Last time on the Great Ace Attorney 2.
Little press of A on the area you're interested in is all that's required. Whatever A is. Like this.
Oh.
What is that stuff? It's like fog.
Oh, this is called a blacklight. Be careful you don't shine it on the bedsheet. Okay, where else?
What about the floorboard? I'm curious. That floorboard looks as though it's suspicious.
Well, this one.
Yeah. Ah!
Oh, Sarah.
Oh, look at all this here.
Ah, yes. Interesting. A multitude of the victim's handprints.
And I think the floor warrants closer investigation. I won't be a moment. Mr. Sato.
What is it, Mr. Sato?
His pod collection.
His erotic ladies.
Look.
His French.
His naughty postcards.
It'd be like his naughty French postcards.
Look here, Mr. Cerehodo. One of the floorboards has popped out.
Wow, a secret hiding place under the floor. What a find!
Oh, wonderful. Well then, Wagahai, here's something delicious I bought from you from the cat's meat man.
Wait, she just...
Where did that? She just had that up her sleeve the entire time.
It's just like, Susato, what are you doing? It's like, oh, nothing. I'm just buying some cat's meat, just in case.
Is that why there's the smell of rotting meat from your stomach?
Just in case we happen to find a cat.
You had rather a strange perfume on,
Well,
Susato.
I just like the idea of like that she's been doing it like, oh no, I wouldn't have rotten meat up my sleeves, Mr. Naruhodo. I've been buying fresh meat every day. It's like, oh, that's where all our money's going. Yes, the locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, was brilliant, but the Reaper is omnipresent in court, in my lodgings,
In my bed!
here, there, everywhere.
Van Zeek's like slowly slides in. Adfravy's like, pray forgive the discourtesy of capturing you within my vampiric gaze.
Ah, so he knew, did he? About this man, Selden, a convicted killer, the evil spirit behind the curse that afflicts my lodgings. He's already taken one young man's life, and now he's trying to take the life of another, a miserable, mustached, much maligned Japanese man.
Oh. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Taylor.
If that yeah sound pronounced, is because Sarah and I were talking, and like on one episode there was a big long pause, and she's like, "You didn't do it."
Yeah, I'm so used to him doing the yeah or nice or something, and it just kind of throws me when he doesn't do it because I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll carry on. Just like, I don't know. You just get used to things, I guess.
Yes, you do.
And speaking of getting used to things, I mean, most of you will know by now, but if you are new to the channel, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and drop a comment down below. We do like to read them.
Yeah.
And Mr. Garrideb's working up a sweat.
Mr. Garrideb is working quite the sweat. Am I next, eh?
Oh, this is the curse. Oh dear.
Well, can't help but get the collywobbles,
Oh
can
my
you?
god, I haven't heard that word for so long.
I feel like I've actually
Collywobbles.
never heard it, in fact.
Collywobbles.
That seems like the sort of word that Americans make up that British people say. Like
Yeah.
like a Rudy Tooty point and shooty instead of a gun.
Yeah, I don't know where I heard it when I first heard, but yeah, collywobbles. It's such a good word.
Alexa, what does collywobble mean?
Collywobbles is usually defined as intestinal cramps or other intestinal disturbances.
And we'll add that to the video.
Oh, it's an upset stomach. Okay.
Yes, an upset stomach.
I guess, yeah,
Oh.
it gets a
Oh,
bit,
like
it gets a bit
colicky, I
queasy, I guess.
Yes. All right. Oh, Susato.
When you say the woman who dropped dead outside on the street, do you mean Miss Green?
Because Miss Green, who was stabbed by the knife, and Mr Shamspeare, who was poisoned last night, are both very much alive still.
Oh, good. Yes. Good. Well, so is that blasted convict's wait, so is... Oh, right. Yes, well, so is that blasted convict's curse, it seems.
Why can't a man rent out a... Wait, when did you get here?
Personally, I should be quite content with such lodgings. A bath, a toilet, a fireplace, a fascinating history. Why, it sounds like the lap of luxury.
And no windows.
I'm not so sure about that.
I wouldn't worry about windows, my dear. My X-ray goggles can see through all walls.
I do hope that doesn't apply to clothing, Mr. Shamspeare.
No, not that I have any interest in the sort. Well, there's no bath or toilet included, and no fireplace either.
Oh, wow.
Either.
But you do look out for your tenants, don't you? By watching the rise and fall of the flames in your gas lamps up here.
Well, by look out for them, I look to see when they arrive, and I make myself absent. Yes, never hurts to keep an eye on things, in case there are any mishaps or such like. Not that you could call what happened to Shamspeare a mishap. Frankly, honestly, I was hoping that he might actually succumb to the slightly unfortunate incident.
I've been trying to get rid of him for years. I mean...
I think you've had your mishap already, sir.
That's not helpful, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, heaven forgive me. The words just came to my lips. Oh, no.
What?
The words just come.
Oh, no! You had to do it, didn't you?
I
Just had to do it.
I wish I could reach the button more easily.
Tell you need
And
a pointy
instead
stick.
now it's like, wait, no, wait. There's the joke.
It's really
You
far
need the,
away.
You need the pointy stick.
I do need a pointy stick. Your lodgers. Some fishy fellow from the Far East, and a failed actor chap of questionable character, eh?
There's no need for that, Mr. Garrideb.
That's right. Mr. Natsume is in no way fishy.
Well,
Mr. Naruhodo, kindly
He
hold
is,
your tongue.
He is undeniably peculiar, however.
Oh, you're not helping either, Mr. Sholmes.
Is it right that he took the vacancy immediately after the previous tenant passed away? Oh, yes, stepped right over his body to get in the room, in fact.
The bed hadn't
Actually-
even gone cold.
That's right. I asked the estate agent to find someone, and he popped up the very same day. Never come across a chap so keen for a place with a background, as it were.
I don't think it was the room's background he was keen on so much as the cheap rent, actually.
Well, and perhaps the rumor of the fortune.
So, how long has Mr. Shamspeare been lodging under your roof?
That failed actor chap. Let's see. Oh, of course. It's been 3 months now. Quite sure of it.
Only 3 months. He's quite new here too, then.
And to what do you owe your certainty in that regard, Mr. Garrideb, if I might ask? Well, it was that Selden scoundrel, as it happens.
Selden? The convict, you mean?
The very same.
Do Selden and Shamspeare have some kind of connection, then?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
The question is, what sort of pun is Selden, then?
The convict chap,
Seldom seen. Seldom seen. I don't know.
that convict chap, Selden, passed away in the clink 3 months ago now, you'll see. Some malady or other.
I think you mean some milady.
No.
No.
Yes, we've seen the report from the newspaper at the time.
Oh, well, it was only 3 days later that the
Tragedian?
Tragedian? Tragedy. I suppose tragedy makes sense. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
so-
tragedy,
Tragedian.
right?
Yeah.
He's referring to Shamspeare. Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Right, okay. Well, it was only 3 days later that the tragedian showed his face. That actor fellow.
Oh, really?
Yes, I remember it quite distinctly. Honestly, I wish I didn't.
Yep.
'Tis small, this world we inhabit. Prithee, landlord, hear my request.
You speak bloody English.
Honestly, I wish I'd tried to convince you that I was out.
It's a shame that I can't run away.
It's bum leg.
I am doomed to suffer this awful display.
Times like this that the old stick would have put him right in his place and told him to bugger off.
It's times like this where I wish that I could only position myself in front of the cannon. But alas, my new potential tenant is standing in the way.
I, the humble Shamspeare, do desire to take thy room on the middle floor, offered erewhile for rent.
Terribly sorry and whatnot, but that won't be possible. Already have a lodger on
I
the
think
middle
I'm
floor.
right.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, I think you are.
Ground floor rooms vacant, though.
Oh my, and if some poison or something were to make its way into the middle room's lodge, could I have it then? If it were to be vacated under mysterious circumstances?
Mayhaps.
Nothing can be made out of nothing. Let me repeat mine will unto thee.
Those curls must be muffling your ears. The room on the middle floor's taken. It's ground floor or nothing.
Bugger.
Very well. We have an accord.
Glad to hear it. Welcome to Briar
Lo!
Road.
A Shamspeare dance to celebrate!
Dear God, man.
Do be careful. The floorboards aren't what they used to be. You
Right.
might go through.
Frighten the bleeding bejesus out of me. From what I heard in court today, sounds like the chap was thieving gas. And he was 3 months in arrears with the rent, too.
You didn't pay anything?
Wow.
Yes, the fellow was a bally player, all right.
Well, this is back in the time before there were like tenant protections or whatever. I feel
Yeah.
like, he would have just been able to be like, well, you're just going to have to perish then.
Yeah. Bugger off.
Thank you for your candor, Mr. Garrideb. We are most grateful.
Mrs. Garrideb is like, you need to go and exit oh God, I forget the term.
Then perhaps while you remember, I will say my line. By way of appreciation, allow me to say 1 or 2 words.
Evict is the word I was looking for.
There we
You
go.
need to go and evict that lout downstairs. Oh, I would, but bum leg, I can't quite. I can't get down.
Mr. Garrideb, don't make me get the rolling pin!
Oh gosh, I guess I'll slide down the stairs on my front
If you
again.
don't do as you're told, Mr. Garrideb, I'm going to pour this tea straight in your lap.
Oh, it wouldn't be the first time.
What did you just say?
Oh, nothing.
Why, I ought to kick you down them blooming stairs.
I mean, I have to kick myself down the stairs to get down the damn thing.
I just get to the top step and just yeet.
You just
Myself.
ragdolls down.
Well, off we go then.
And it just, and then just the Gary's dead.
I was about to say Gary's mud noise. Like,
You said the Gary's Deb.
Gary's dead.
The Gary Dub.
Oh my god.
Half-Life 2 Gary Deb's mod.
I still myself.
just,
I'll
like-
see myself out.
Yes, I do love that sound effect, but yes, I do like the idea of him just like full on yeeting himself down the stairs.
I mean, I suppose it worked. It wasn't intentional to
Yep.
say Gary's dead, but never mind.
Well,
Never mind.
Sometimes.
Sometimes what, Taylor?
No, I interrupted you.
What is he doing now? He's doing the thriller dance.
He's doing an impression of Shakespeare by the look of it.
It looks more like he's doing Thriller. I'm not gonna lie.
Give me my robe, put on my crown. I have immortal longings in me.
Mr. Shobes!
What's happened to you?
Shakespeare, my dear fellow, one of his most famous lines. I wish to divulge my own learning of the subject, for I have a turn for literature too, you know.
Just be careful, Mr. Sholmes, or perhaps you're going to end up accused of poisoning Mr. Shamspeare.
Somehow I rather doubt that.
Perhaps you could turn your attention to more apt lines, then?
Oh, dear.
My goodness.
Oh, no. Do we need to show him something? Or,
Maybe the picture, that picture.
Le picture? What?
The one, there's Mr. Garrideb and the young guy that we think is olive green.
Oh, right.
Well remembered, Sarah, dear.
You're welcome.
Mr. Garrideb, could I ask you to look at this photograph?
No, I'm afraid I don't have my glasses on. Honestly, I can barely make you out in front of me. He's really those lips, man. He's really like. Oh my
And remember, Mr. Garrideb's only 35.
No, I have to check now.
46.
Yeah, well remembered, Sarah.
Yeah, he's
not
doing
not
too
as
well.
bad as Mr. Adroneby.
No.
I mean, I dread to think what he's going to look like at 46. Probably like just a corpse, I think, at that point.
A reanimated skeleton.
Yeah.
A skellington.
Skellington.
Is that your son who's with you there?
No, not at all. He was a lodger here once. Duncan Ross was his name. I liked him very much.
Great grandfather of Bob Ross? The painter?
I was just thinking.
Oh, and he's got paintbrushes. Yeah. Okay.
Duncan Ross.
A street photographer happened to be passing, so I asked him to take a shot. Just for kicks, really. I didn't pay him.
Was he by any chance the lodger before Mr. Natsumi?
Not sure I should say anything. Oh, dash it all. Yes, that's right. Ah, the young gentleman who died in the room in mysterious circumstances. Just what Mr. Moustache was waiting for, one might say. Yes, young Duncan lived in the room at the top of the first flight of stairs before that Japanese chap, whatever his name is.
Would you mind telling us a little more about him?
Well, I don't know. He's Japanese. I just keeps
No,
himself to himself.
the lodger.
He has
Duncan?
He has books, some cat that comes out here and there, and mostly just he has like he's got a bit of a hump back, and he's terribly skittish.
Good night. Tell us what you don't like about him.
The lodger's dead. Yes. Duncan Ross, young chap, was attending art school. Had to work to pay for it, mind.
But back then, you could go to school for a threepence.
A threepenny bit.
Oh, God. Moved into the middle floor room about a year ago, after that criminal Selden was arrested. Young students are always on the hunt for rooms with a history behind them. Anything to seem vaguely interesting in some way. Stand out from their peers. Sorry, Taylor.
Of cheap rent, maybe, yes.
Yes. Well, anyway, it was one morning about a month ago now. Hadn't quite worked out the old trick of watching the gas lamps to see what my lodgers are up to at the time. So, sadly, I was rather tardy to discover what had happened.
Aha! Ah, there we go.
The smell of gas that alerted me, 'twas. Ah, yes. Synonymous with the smell of death. called the police straight away, of course, and the officer kicked the door off its hinges.
No, I didn't quite kick it off its hinges so much as it was that the hinges were, like, rusted all the way through. I mostly just pushed on the door and then the whole thing disintegrated. It's a right shambles.
Cost a bally fortune to get the door fixed. I really wish a lodger would actually pay for their lodgings, so it might actually recuperate the cost of the damages. But once we got inside, we all bally collapsed.
Because of the gas.
Well, that'd have to be some pretty darn condensed gas, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't just like okay,
No.
yes, gas, dunk.
No, I imagine it's more because of the sight. Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Yes. Room was full of it. No air at all. Stove must have gone out while the poor chap was sleeping in his bed. Absolutely no other explanation whatsoever.
So Mr. Ross suffocated to death.
Yeah, stop reminding me. Of course, the police gave me a sound ticking off because the gas pipes were so old and all that. Can't tell you how much it set me back to have the lot replaced all over the house.
But even after you had all that work done, Mr. Natsume says the same thing. That the stove goes out at night whilst he's asleep in bed.
Well, that's the bally curse! The convict's curse! I've done my duty as a landlord now.
Someone's feeling defensive.
Not me.
These pipes are older than God himself, man! I think they're more rust than they are pipe! And I don't think there's supposed to be so many holes in them!
That reminds me, actually,
Yes?
about young Duncan. The night before the poor chap perished.
Perished.
What's so funny?
I don't know, I don't know why just the whole perished thing just gets to me.
Perish. Perish. One of Edgeworth's favourite sayings.
He'd been writing a letter. To a letter of affection to a young lady.
A love letter, you mean?
Susato's immediately like, ooh, let me see.
Yes. Where did I put it now?
He kept it?
Oh my God!
but
Mr.
wait.
Garrideb.
Is this what he uses as his bookmark?
Oh.
And his wife thought he was having an affair. Remember?
But didn't he get the book from the...
I could be told. I don't know. I'm just.
No, he got the book from the store.
No,
here
it might
is.
be. Oh, no.
Left it on my desk.
If you'll excuse me, let me
Yoink.
let me see. What does it say? To my most beautiful and charming sweetheart.
If this ends with Rolly, I'm gonna vom.
Oh, that would be.
Do you think that we should be reading such a personal piece of correspondence?
My dear Miss Susato, that is precisely why I preface my reading with, if you'll excuse me.
Mr. Sholmes, that's
Princess.
not quite how it works.
That reminds me of the Talladega Nights thing, where it's like, Ricky Bobby will just say the most offensive thing ever, but he'll say, oh, but I'm saying with all due respect. With all due respect, you're a piece of... poo.
I will not excuse you, Mr. Sholmes, no!
Oh my.
Sadly, he didn't address it, though. So I've no means of delivering the thing. Rather sad, really.
I see.
Like my pipe.
That's going to play on my mind.
Yes, it was a wonderful pipe.
It's going to be an oddly specific letter. It's like, yes, how your egg-shaped face doth cause my head to dream, or something.
But really, the identity of Mr. Ross's sweetheart has no bearing on the case. I think we should leave well alone.
Yes, Susato, it definitely won't have any bearing on the case. Until it does. Yes, I suppose you're right.
Indeed. The intended recipient's address is missing. However, There is a name attributed to the man's most beautiful and charming
Is it
sweetheart.
Olive? Is it Olive? Is it Olive?
Mr. Sholmes, please! I've already had to chastise you about this once.
That being said, who is it?
Tell me.
My undying love to you, my colorful
Aha!
darling.
Oh.
My undying love to you, my colorful darling. Olive Green.
Mr. Sholmes, are you all right?
Yes.
Do you need a bucket, Mr. Sholmes?
It's just all this lovey-dovey stuff makes me feel quite sick.
Olive Green? The woman who was plunged into a coma after a knife plunged into her back just outside this house 5 days ago. Why did you have to use plunge twice? The victim of the last case Soseki-san was in court for, who regained consciousness only yesterday. Is it just chance that her name has come up now? Could it possibly be a mere coincidence?
Mr. Naruhodo, whatever can this mean?
Reading personal correspondence can have its merits, you see, Miss Susato.
So it wasn't enough that when you came by, you went through all my belongings then, is it? You had to go through the private letter addressed to me. I actually was hoping I could marry him, but he then disappeared off the face of the earth. So it really just compounds my sadness.
He randomly disappeared and never wrote back or anything. So it's like, actually, I'm quite sad about the whole thing. I think he's lost interest in me. He's probably
And I had just started to forget about him before you came by with this private letter.
He's
And
probably
now
off gallivanting with some other women. You know, much more successful artists than me.
Or no, it's more like,
I know wherever he went, though, he's happy. I hope he's living a happy, fulfilling life.
and then we're just like,
He's
dead,
dead.
Jim.
He's dead. Just like, where do we want to go, guys?
I guess let's go to Miss Green's hospital bed.
Yeah.
And share the news.
Share the good news.
Oh, there you go, Susato. Do you know, I don't believe we visited this place for some time.
It's like she still hasn't left. It's like,
Yep, I'll get out of here eventually.
Oh, but the mouse is here. The rat.
hello.
They all taking their sweet time discharging me.
You know,
You
the
said dispatching.
the NHS still wasn't up to snuff even back then.
No. Mr. Naruhodo, I've just finished speaking with the doctor.
The doctor.
Seems Miss Green is well enough to be discharged at last.
I thought that was what happened last time we were here.
Well, you know, they take... Oh!
What?
What happened there?
That wasn't me.
This is good news, but hopefully just before she leaves... What is it?
The painting.
I've been standing here the whole time.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh. She's about to drink the poison.
Miss Green! What was that? She clearly just hid something behind her back.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. One moment. I'll be with you in a jiffy. Hello, everyone. What are you all doing here? The doctor said I could be discharged, so I'm just getting my things together.
I thought you were doing that last time.
Well, it has been I mean, it's pretty good. It's been 6 hours. That's pretty good going for this day and age in a hospital. Usually it's at least 12.
She's not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Green, what were you just doing? Oh, nothing, really.
I don't think I believe you.
I was just about to take some medicine the doctor prescribed for me. That's all.
Then why are you being so sus about it?
Well, we were hoping to have another quick chat with you, if that's all right.
I don't really have anything else to say to you.
All right, she's definitely behaving strangely. Let's see if we can't coax something out of her.
Okay.
Can we examine
He also looks a little bit exasperated. Ah.
Do you mind?
This is
Not this again!
We just step right.
we just step right around.
Just step around and like, excuse me.
For the love of God!
Excuse me.
For the love of God, can't a woman get a bit of peace and quiet around here without you rifling through her things?
This is the bottle that Miss Green was just about to drink from when we arrived, I say, speaking as though she's not right there.
Yes. She looked rather preoccupied, didn't she?
Still here!
I'm still here, you know!
Perhaps it's very bitter. I can't stand bitter medicine.
I suppose that could be it.
In fact, whenever a doctor prescribes me medicine for a number of days, I always take it all
I don't
at
think
once.
that's very wise.
That's like setting the oven to 700 to try to cook your cookies in 3 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
See, in my head, when you say 700, I think Celsius, and I'm like, freaking heck, that's a hot oven.
It's hotter than the sun.
It's like, Jesus. I set it to 200 Kelvin.
Oh no!
Well, if you have to take something you don't like, it's best to get it all out of the way in one go, isn't it?
And that's what's called an overdose, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, it's like, I'm surprised you're still alive, honestly.
Oh dear. But I thought it was Miss Green I should be worrying about at the moment.
Still here, by the way!
Oh, we got an achievement!
We got an achievable.
Down in one.
We did.
This is the card that Miss...
I am still here!
I just want you to know I can see you.
Do you mind? The rat gives me more privacy than you two!
This is the card that Miss Green was looking at so intently before, isn't it? I say as though she's not still here.
Mr. Naruhodo, you shouldn't be peeking at a young woman's private effects.
Right, I should save peeking for gentlemen's effects only.
You mustn't do that either.
Oh dear. And maybe you, Mr. Zetto, shouldn't be peeking into a young man's mind either.
Oh, they've pointed it out.
Well, you said it quite loudly. It wasn't exactly subtle.
All right, let's try.
Are you all done laughing through my private stuff again?
So I think
I mean, surely you wouldn't have anything else personal of mine that you would present to me in an upsetting manner.
So we actually don't have the letter.
What?
No, but I guess, like, maybe...
We show the picture and it goes.
Yeah,
from
and
there.
it'll, like, trigger it, I guess.
Miss Green, we were hoping to ask you about someone. Mr. Duncan Ross. You knew him, didn't you?
Oh, you've got it.
Oh, no!
Oh, no! Oh, there's blood in there.
That doesn't look good.
Oh no! I'm so sorry! The bottle of medicine fell down when she did.
The blood joke was a reference to Danganronpa, which we also play. You can catch on Saturdays
Oh, nice segue.
because the blood is pink,
Yes.
not red. Anyway,
Unless you've Mekamaru, then it's blue.
well, that's not blood, that's oil.
Oh, Miss Green! Are you all right?
Poisoned by gas.
No, I'm not.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you like that.
No, it's all right. I just wasn't expecting it.
She just really wants
Clearly.
to sweep, she really wants to sweep the floor with the the sort of brush of hair on the top of her head there.
Oh, perfect. You rifle through my things, you look at my personal effects, and then you insult me to my face. You are such a bloody gentleman, aren't you?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
How do you know about Duncan?
I've only just noticed her buttons are like bulging on her dress. Oh dear. An unfortunate detail.
Mr. Ross had been writing a letter when he passed away. The landlord found it in his room. It was a very personal letter to you. It was at the art school. That's where I met Duncan, a year ago now. He was working to fund his studies. He dreamt of becoming a professional artist one day. And the two of you became romantically involved. Yes, that's right. We were very much in love. We were engaged to be married, actually. That's why he decided to move into a cheaper room, to save money for the wedding.
Oh dear.
Oh no, this is going to be really sad.
And that's what led him to Mr Garrideb's.
Yes, he told me he found the worst but cheapest room in the entire East End. And then, 1 month ago, that's when it happened. We're so terribly sorry, Miss Green. Well, it's all in the past now, I suppose. Poor Miss Green. She looks desperately sad.
Susato, can you perhaps wait until we're out of earshot to make those observations?
Say you can't say anything subtly and quietly. I can hear all of your thoughts.
I was starting to think that's just her look.
Oh!
Oh God! Just
Now who should be waiting to get out of earshot before he says something?
so mean.
But now I see she has every reason to feel the universe is against her.
Is there a dialogue option now? I guess we haven't seen if there's actually any dialogue options.
Yeah, it just said let's see if we can try and coax some information.
There we
out of
go.
it. Okay.
It's wonderful news that you're going to be discharged, Miss Green.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Most people are better. The hospital staff don't want them lingering and wasting space. Not people like me, anyway. So, I don't think I should keep anyone waiting. I probably shouldn't stand around and chat.
She certainly doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with you bringing up all these unpleasant memories all of a sudden.
I do hope you won't think I'm being rude, but why do you keep rifling through my things?
See, could you please bugger off?
Would you mind leaving me in peace now?
Yeah, a fair ask, I think.
I have to leave the hospital soon.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean to hold you up. Of course, we'll be on our way.
Mr. Naruhodo.
Most likely.
Unless it's
Gregson?
Gregson, yeah. Thank you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That was a-
Surely, you are not about to leave. That's quite out of the question.
Oh, the rat's dead.
What?
The rat's dead.
Oh, no! She was trying to kill herself!
Shoot.
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
What? Mr. Sholmes! I didn't realize you were here.
But of course I was, my dear fellow. Watching intently from the shadows, as always.
I was actually the mannequin this whole time.
Actually, I was actually a backpack on your back the whole time, Mr. Naruhodo.
Jesus.
I'm surprised you didn't notice me rummaging around, peering over your shoulders as you traversed from Mr.
Well, I'm
Garrideb's
quite
over
surprised he didn't notice rummaging, considering he's very good at it.
here. Relentless, my dear madam.
Your presence known next time.
I have just now.
Mr. Sholmes, what's this about?
Something which occurs to me with some regularity, Miss Susato, is this. Why do detectives insist on such an ex post facto modus operandi? Why solve a case after it's happened, instead of preventing a case before it happens? That is what sets a great detective apart.
What do you mean?
They detect, man! They detect! There is a case waiting to happen under our very noses, Mr. Naruhodo.
I think what he means, does Mr. Naruhodo, is a what's it called again that he does? Yes, I forgot the words. Shoot.
Wait, are
I
you
don't
doing
know
a
what
bit
you-
or did you actually
I
forget?
don't know what you're referring to.
No, I've actually forgotten.
Oh, the logic and reasoning
That's it,
spectacular.
the logic and reasoning spectacular.
I thought you were doing a bit.
So,
It was a good ruse, but no, unfortunately, my brain decided it was going to get up and go, and it failed me.
I like that Taylor and I literally said it at exactly the same time. So that's fun.
We can't say it when it comes to the actual
No.
conclusion, but if we're not trying to do it,
Yeah.
It happens.
So, let us avert disaster. Let us prevent this case from ever happening with nothing but careful observation, which means that 99% of the facts will be wrong.
And you have to correct them.
all right.
All the clues you need are set before you. You need only look, and you cannot fail to see.
You can do it, Mr. Naruhodo. I know you can. What the blazes
No,
are you all
there's
on about?
There's nothing behind me.
Yeah.
Dead.
Oh, I feel sorry for the mouse or the rat now.
Maybe he's just sleeping.
Yes.
Sleepy mouse.
That mouse seems to be dead. Look, I didn't notice it there before, did you?
I think perhaps it drank the medicine that spilled out of the bottle.
Oh, is the note a suicide note then, do we
Oh, it
think?
could be.
Oh, maybe.
But that's the bottle that Miss Green was about to drink from when we arrived.
And guys, we were talking about this the other day, if there's one thing you know, it's that when something's purple, it's bad.
That's true. Yes.
Purple means bad.
But wait, I'm not bad.
But
I'm wearing purple.
you're wearing pink, Susato.
No, I have a purple sash though.
Is it purple? It's kind of. It's
And
kind
the
of red.
flowers on her kimono are purple.
Yes, but if it's that deep, deep royal purple, you know it's bad.
Shh. Yes.
Stop it.
You don't think.
Ah, I see you've come to appreciate the true nature of this scene. That of a tragedy about to take place.
Yes, I think it's falling into place. Miss Green, the contents of the bottle you had before you spilled... the contents of the bottle you had before has spilled out on the floor. And the poor mouse that drank it has sadly died.
Actually, I'm unconscious.
I think it's clear that the bottle must have been... Of all the times! I think it's clear that the bottle must have contained a powerful poison.
Perhaps this is some of your fabled solid gas, Taylor.
Oh, for God's sake.
Well, liquid gas, I suppose.
You just had to do it, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
Don't worry. I will attend to the mouse presently.
She just lobs it out the
She
window.
just chucks out the window.
Ah,
Wait,
we
we're
go.
ruining the sad bits
Much-
again. We're
yes,
ruining the
much
sad bits again.
Much better. Oh, she stuffs it in her bag.
Oh,
It's in Miss Green's bag.
no!
Miss Green, were you intending to go the same way as that rodent? To take your own life? To take your own life?
Once we'd left, you would have put it to your lips again, wouldn't you? And taken the poison?
No!
Oh, there she goes again.
Miss Green, please! Please talk to us.
She's like crawling across the floor like, if I could just quickly get across.
Now we should be able to check the note, I bet.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do.
It definitely feels as though this card must be relevant. I mean, when we first arrived, Miss Green was standing with it in her hand in what could only be described as a very tense atmosphere.
Yes. It may very well be related to whatever incident Mr. Sholmes believes was about to happen here.
I mean, they're really going all the way around the houses to not spell out suicide note then.
Perhaps we should ask Miss Green about it.
Okay, fine. Converse. Suicide. 10 seconds later, and we would have arrived at a very different scene here. In all probability, we would not have enjoyed this most delightful conversation. Of course, perhaps it hasn't been quite so delightful from your perspective, Miss Green.
Actually, in a way, now that everything's out in the open, I feel like a weight's been lifted.
Tell me, how did you acquire that medicine?
Well, with this being an hospital and all, when the doctor comes to examine me in the mornings, he always leaves the medicine cabinet open for a while. So I snuck this out when he wasn't looking.
Yeesh.
Yes, did I put the rat poison on the top shelf or the bottom shelf? Yes, it's fine. I'll figure it out later.
It conspicuously lacks a label. I wonder what it contains.
I'm afraid I don't really know.
Oh god, so it could have been anything.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a horrible thought.
But I thought if I drank it, it might just stop the pain somehow. Oh, please, Miss Green, don't talk of such things.
Well, it seems clear now that it contains poison. Oh,
Yes.
darn, at least there was a top shelf. Whoopsie daisy.
Yes. Poor little mouse is proof of that. Oh no! Oh, it's all my fault! What have I done?
I shall remove this to my office, Miss Green. I take it you have no objection.
No, none.
Okay. Oh dear. Oh, would you look at that?
It's the missing part of the envelope.
Huh. Okay, interesting. Neither the sender's name or address appears to be written on the envelope or the card. It arrived by post in my home the day before the incident that put me in the hospital here.
I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross.
Oh, Shamspeare sending a naughty letter.
Come to the Slug and Salad on Briar Road at 5 p.m. on 17th. That was who he was meeting.
The
Yeah.
Slug and Salad. What a name for a pub. I just come to
Well,
the
there's
Slug
one-
and Salad.
There
It's
was
amazing.
there is one. It's actually in Huddersfield actually, because it was when I was at uni for a bit, and I can't remember. I don't know if it was a Weatherspoons actually, and it was called the Slug and Lettuce.
I mean, well, there you go.
So
It's just, I was like, oh my goodness.
British people like slugs in their salad. More at 11.
No.
extra protein with that salad.
Don't tell anybody else about this letter or the meeting. It is a matter of utmost importance.
Oh, do you think he was going to blame Saseki?
Maybe.
Maybe.
But then obviously what happened, it's like,
I mean, until we read the note,
oh,
who
yeah.
knows?
Wait a minute. The 17th of this month? That's the day. That's the day you were stabbed on Briar Road.
And 5 p.m.
Is precisely the time when the incident occurred. My goodness.
What?
The plot thickens.
Oh, is Mrs. Garrideb actually innocent then? No, I don't know.
No, because
No, it won't be that she's innocent.
No.
It'll be that Shamspeare knows that they fight a lot, I guess, and he was just trying to get her to walk.
oh no,
There he-
no way, really?
But she doesn't
I
live.
think-
Why would he want to kill her? Because she doesn't live there.
No, again, I think it's to try to frame.
Soseki.
Oh, to get Soseki
Soseki.
out.
Oh yeah, because yeah,
Jesus.
exactly, because he was framed for it. That was the point. He was blamed for it.
Yeah.
Oh crikey.
It seems like
shoot.
he's just tried multiple ways to.
Oh my god.
Sarah, did you say a naughty word?
I said shoot.
Ah.
I nearly did, but then I corrected it to shoot.
I mean, I could be wrong, but again, this is an Ace Attorney game, so it's not out of the realm of possibility
No,
that
I-
Shamspeare was
I
like,
think
Yes.
you're right.
Mrs. Garrideb will most likely throw something at her husband at around this time. If I simply get Olive to walk underneath the window at that time, she will run into Soseki, promptly framing him for the murder, at which point I can access his bedroom and acquire the treasure that will allow me to embrace my inner Shakespeare and become the greatest actor known
It's
to man.
such a that's such a wild win though that they knew that there'd be a knife thrown out of the window.
Well, maybe, I mean, it makes me wonder about Mr. Garrideb didn't know anything about the, wasn't it like she was getting cross about him having like an affair or something, right?
It was the note
Yeah.
in the book, yeah.
And like, but he seemed to not know anything about it. If I recall.
You think Shamspeare like is trying to play 4D chess, where it's like he put the letter in there,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
because he knew it would set her off.
yeah.
Wow.
That's what I'm
Jesus.
wondering.
Oh my god.
The line
wow.
between insanity and genius is but a hair's breadth apart.
But the
My
like being able to like nail the timing down though, that's wild. Anyway, let's
It's an Ace Attorney game.
what we should do, guys, is advance
Yeah,
the
we should,
text,
we
shouldn't
should.
The Slug and Salad. Yes, a pub on the northern corner of Briar Road.
Briar Road being the street that Mr. Garrideb's house is on. Well done.
Does that mean that... Yes, I'm sure you've guessed. That day, when I was struck in the back by the knife, I was actually on my way to the Slug and Salad. Goodness.
So that's what you were doing on Briar Road that day.
I'm sorry I didn't say anything before. Wow. I think I really will have to ask you to excuse me now. Yeah, sorry, can I say that again?
Yeah, do what you want.
I think I really will have to ask you to excuse me now. I've told you everything.
Yes, I'm very sorry to have had to drag up such painful memories for you.
No, it's fine.
It's not.
Miss Green, please, promise us you won't try to do anything like that again. Oh yes, oh don't worry. Your detective friend has the bottle now anyway.
So I can't even if I wanted to. The blackguard.
And besides, I've been stabbed in the back. I'd have had a close shave with a bottle of poison, and I'm still here. I think I'm destined to see things through to the end. It might sound a little conceited, but, well, that's how it's all made me... This is how... That's how all this has made me feel.
All right then.
Leaving Miss Green and St. Bartholomew's behind, I had to say, what on earth is going on today?
It's been quite a wild couple of days.
We made our way back to Baker Street with Mr. Sholmes.
Oh yes, on his back.
Yeah.
Well, it would appear we've reached the end of the investigative trial for today. Trail. I know. It just looks a lot like trial. I'm sorry, I misread. It would appear we've reached the end of the investigative trail for today.
Yes, it's late.
And Mr. Naruhodo? Did you discover anything that might be of use to you in court tomorrow, do you think?
Oh, shoot! That was what I was supposed to be doing.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Details about Mr. Shamspeare, Mr. Garrideb's lodgings, the convict Selden. There are many facets to this case, and we're yet to see. Not we've. And we are yet to see the heart of it. Oh my goodness. There are many facets to this case, and we're yet to see to the heart of it, if you ask me.
I mean, honestly...
Many facets, like the hammer.
I was thinking it was quite a smooth case, honestly, but off we go.
That's my feeling, anyway.
I can't help wondering about the results of the analysis.
Let's see, what was this ribbon around my finger for? It was, I've got the bread, I've got the milk, got my chips. It's probably not important. If I forgot, it couldn't be mattering that much.
And so Mr. Natsume's tea, you mean?
That was a mix of Rianosuke and Gregson there. It's like a little hint of Scottish.
Yes. Will they have found strychnine in it or not?
Well, I fear that either way, it will be hard to escape the grip of our friend, Mr. Reaper.
Oh dear.
Yes, Baroque Van Zeeks.
Yes.
You cool.
But I wish you every success, of course. And though I was late to rise this morning, tomorrow will be a new dawn. I intend to spring from my bed at a crisp hour and attend to the trial.
crisp hour being 11.
11:59.
Mr. Sholmes, you're going to come?
Oh, there's the noise again. That one.
I mean, I was tempted, but I resisted. But unfortunately, someone on the side let us down and gave in.
So? Well, I wouldn't quite go so far as to say that, Mr. Sato. But, I mean, if you insist. Indeed. Whatever. To be fair, I mean, I don't think Mr. Sato would mind.
How dare you?
You know that she's got.
He's twice her age, man!
I am a gentlewoman. And not of age.
I'll
have you know.
Okay, so I forgot that small detail. I guess I'm going to
Sholmes is
jail.
32, you sick so-and-so!
I meant she fancies him, though.
Disgusting!
Disgusting!
34!
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. I mean...
Get out, you heathen!
Oi, what's all this then?
See-
Mr. Sholmes seems to be sniffing around the cradle and I'll not be having any of it.
Sniffing around the cradle.
It's already weird that he's got a 10-year-old living with him. I'm not going to stand for this!
I didn't want to see a pattern to it, but it's starting to crystallize for me.
Just like,
Jesus!
in my defense,
No!
she's of legal age in the United Kingdom. I'm just saying. But
that makes it a lot better. It makes it a great deal better.
it is true, though. It might not be morally correct, but legally it is. Anyway,
In the UK.
in the UK. Anyway, what I was basically getting at is she fancies him. She fancies him. She likes him. We know that from the start. Maybe
That
not.
doesn't mean I
maybe
want to
not
take him to bed.
Maybe not to. Yeah, maybe not to do.
Do you
that
think
bit.
she's a flexible woman? She's a woman. Do you think she's a woman with flexible legs,
Taylor,
Pete?
you need to choose your words carefully, my dear fella. Do you think she's flexible? I wouldn't know.
Boys! This is just disgusting!
Disgusting!
I was referencing this episode with Sonia.
It's time to stop. I love you are referencing the episode with Miss Sonia that's going to come out after this one.
Spoilers!
Oh, sugar!
Spoilers!
It's not a spoiler, really, but
Kind of!
it's a very small spoiler. But yes.
My God, can we move on?
Yeah,
can we move on
probably
from
should.
this?
Indeed.
Yes, indeed, move on.
Whatever happens, I shall be there. Assuming my eyelids cooperate in the morning.
Well, that's
Taylor,
like me
is that
getting up for work.
I was gonna say, is that your excuse, Taylor? At
Yes.
the weekend.
Indeed.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I think we've done more than enough.
Yes! Yes, we have. The
We've
damage
done
is done.
all we can.
It's irreparable.
All that's left is to remain focused, and dear God, do we need to be focused.
Yes.
And keep fighting for Mr. Natsume's cause until the very end.
Yes. And not talk about me and my sexual acts.
Goodness me.
London, the world's most prosperous city, home to some 6 million people.
And apparently a really a low legal age. Ugh.
But away from the razzle-dazzle, down back alleys and behind bricked-up windows.
Winlows.
Windows,
The
the lonely lurk.
lonely.
Bricked-up windows!
lonely. The bricked up top casement windows.
Oh, for
top
God's
hinged
sake.
casement windows.
So Seki-san had battled long and hard
No!
Loneliness!
No!
during his many months here.
I'm only laughing because Taylor did the thing. I'm not because
I am all for an innuendo. But can we please get our minds out of the gutter at this point? We've done enough damage.
For God's sake, Sasato is too precious. Stop it.
Yes,
I'm looking at you.
She's precious and innocent.
What are you looking at me for?
Well, I was looking at everyone.
Everyone, you two started it.
Everyone.
And I didn't start it. P was the one that started it.
By
You kept going.
By you, have you got a guilty conscience? I wasn't necessarily referring to you only, Taylor. Maybe I was referring to the viewers. It was supposed to be a fourth wall breaking joke.
Our viewers who are now staring on in abject horror as we not only continue to not move on, but to double down on the subject.
Long
and hard with loneliness during his many months here.
They've got another tab open to the FBI website. About to file a report.
And so I felt honor bound to battle equally hard for my compatriot, to lift the curse that gripped him. As Mr. Sholmes said, tomorrow would be a new dawn. For all of us.
Oh my goodness.
It certainly was a new dawn for us this day.
To be continued.
No. Please don't continue. Oh dear, right. Yes, we would like to save. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh boy, oh.
Indeed.
It's time for court. But what will we learn in court?
I don't know. Oh, Jesus!
No!
Bloody hell! Is he pretending to be a cat?
Oh no, he's pretending to be a cow. Yeah.
Yes.
Should I tickle his belly?
Oh, God.
No!
Not after the last conversation.
No, let's not have any more conversations about Susanoo touching men who are twice her age. Please, thank you.
He's only a year younger than Sholmes. No!
He's younger at least, I guess.
No! Oh, stop it! Stop!
You're killing me!
I think with that, unfortunately, we've killed the episode.
I am actually dying here.
Well, well, you'll be pleased to know, unfortunately, we have run out of time again.
Crikey.
Oh my God.
The train crash has finally come to a stop. All that's left is a smoldering wreck on the side of the tracks.
Well, we crawl from the wreckage. I guess if you're still around and you haven't disappeared,
If you're
at
not
this point-
completely disgusted with
Oh
us,
my God, I can't breathe.
then you can hit. If you're not completely disgusted and you do like our horrendous sense of humor, why don't you hit the like button?
You shouldn't like our horrendous.
Leave a comment down below, and if you want to keep seeing us our horrendous stuff, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified of our future videos every week on the Wednesday and Saturday, which if I tell you the days, there's probably no point in you hitting the bell. But anyway.
But just in case you forget. And we'd like to read the comments as well, so leave us a comment down below. You can tell us how depraved we all are. And until next time.
And remember, there is no circumstance under which it is okay for a 16-year-old to rub a 33-year-old man's tummy like a cat.
You killed him. You killed Pete.
The mental image of it is